Welcome back. Another day, same story. We started off well in the green, but the Nifty has moved into the red right now. The problem pocket actually is in the broader markets. But if you're looking at the Nifty itself and asking why it's moved into the red, the Adani Group stocks, that's Adani Ports as well as Adani Enterprises from the Nifty pack, both of them have moved lower. And Divi's Laboratory as well has taken a bit of a knock, explaining why from the green terrain, the Nifty has moved well into the red as we speak. But let's get chatting with the next corporate. India Pesticides, they have received Technical Equivalence certification in the European Union for its newly commissioned herbicide technical product. Now, this certification will bolster the company's export revenue. To understand this and more, we're joined by Mr. Dheeraj Kumar Jain, the Chief Executive Officer at the company, who joins us. Hi, Mr. Jain. Good morning. Thanks so much for joining in. Well, with regard to this development, I had three broad questions. What's the sales potential here? Were you already exporting this to any other country? And also, is this product only for the export markets or will it be served even in the domestic market? Go ahead.
Good morning. This product is exclusively for export. It is not registered in India yet. And the major use of this product is in European Union. And this registration, what we have received in European Union, is valid for all the 28 countries of European Union. And this is a pre-emergence herbicide used for cereals and soya, etc. And it has got a very good potential. We expect to do, in our revenue terms, at least 50 to 100 crores of business per year from this. And the overall revenue we feel should be around 400 to 500 crores, the product size.
Could you give us the timeline, sir? 50 to 100 crores will be in the first year, that is in FY24.
First year, FY24, probably we could do about 50 crores. Next year, we will reach the full potential of about 100 crores.
Okay. And you said later on you're looking at a couple of 100 crores more, right? Is that from this product itself?
No, sir. We are adding new products regularly. This quarter, we have added this herbicide. Next quarter, we are adding one more insecticide to our product range. And like this, we will be continuing. And we have already lined up about 8 products we have already done since our IPO, when we promised 8 products. So 7th was this, and 8th product would be coming in the next quarter. And with this, we will be completing the promise what we have made during the IPO. And in the further, our Sandila unit as well as for our subsidiary at Hamirpur, we have lined up 8 to 10 more products in pipeline, which will be executed at different stages as we proceed along.
Mr. Jain, you mentioned 400 to 500 crores. That is from this category, is it? Just to clarify. You said that's a product size.
No, 400 to 500 crore is it maybe the total market size of this product what we have launched.
Okay, out of that, we would
be taking about 50 to 100 crores as our...
That makes it clear.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. So, you're saying you're adding a lot of products and you're doing well in terms of growth on the top line, but the problem really is in the operational performance. So, I think, same time last year you had almost 33% margins. It's now dwindled down to less than 23 to 22%. And are you facing a lot of raw material price pressure? Do you think that margins will get worse before they get better? Can you give us some outlook?
Madam, actually margins last year were slightly better, but this year, because of the uncertainties in the raw material prices, there were a lot of difficulties in getting the raw material at the slightly higher price we had to buy. And all the costs would not be transferred to our customers because they also have a long-term arrangement. Though part of it we could transfer, but especially the overall energy cost as well as the inflationary cost, that we could not pass. That's why the margins are slightly lower. But we feel that we should be able to maintain these margins this year as well as in the coming year.
So when you say maintain these margins, you're looking at a range of maybe 23-24% for FY24 as well?
Yes, madam, yes.
Okay. All right. What about your guidance, sir? I'm just trying to extrapolate the numbers. And you'll end this year, I think, with the revenue number of closer to 950 crores odd. It appears, going by the run rate that you're doing. So could you tell us this year, what kind of revenue number would you do? And on that sort of a base, earlier you were guiding for, quite a large growth of close to 25% for FY24. Are you sticking to that?
We expect a growth of 25%. This year also we will be doing a 25% growth. And the coming years also we expect a 25% growth.
Okay, so 25% growth would mean what in terms of exports?
In terms of revenue. In terms of revenue.
Yes, and that's overall revenue.
In terms of overall revenue. Okay. And our export and domestic sales are more or less equally distributed. Exports are slightly more than 50%. And we feel they will be slightly increasing further because of this new molecule, which will be totally for export. So our revenues of export will be slightly more than the domestic revenues.
Okay, and profits and net profit of could you leave us with some numbers? So say around 150 crores this year.
It would be in the same range, 22 to 24% as promised. It will be in the same range.
So 150 odd crores this year.
Yeah.
Just under 200 crores next year. That is FY24.
The number, probably it will be difficult for me to tell the exact number, but percentage growth wise, we feel that we should be able to do that. And as we have done a capex of about 70 crores last year and 70 crores this year at our Sandila unit, we expect a asset turnover of about 2.5. So much revenue addition should be there next year in FY24. And a similar asset turn may be slightly lower at about 2.25 with our new subsidiary at Hamirpur.
All right. You know, Mr. Jain, the last time you joined us, you said FY23 you will grow closer to around 30%. Are you telling us now in FY23 you'll end with a growth of closer to around 25%?
It will be in that range. The exact number is difficult for me to tell now. It will come only on 1st of next month. But it will be certainly more than 25. Yes.
More than 25. All right. And on that base, you'll grow 25% more.
Yes.
And between your categories, could you tell us how things are likely to shape up between your formulations business and the technical API? Currently, majority of it comes in from technical API. So how do you see that mix change?
Yeah, actually, we are growing both formulations as well as technical more or less at the same rate. Our mix of formulated products and technicals, they are almost 76 to 20. And rest is, we have got a small range of pharma APIs.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. Thanks a lot for joining in and all the best for the year to come. That's India Pesticides. But let's move on now and talk about the market, which is very quiet really, not too much happening today. Once again, another range-bound morning. But this is our special segment.